An old music venue and nightclub in West suburban Berwyn has received a special designation. It's been added to the National Register of Historic Places.
Our Noel Brennan takes us to FitzGerald's Nightclub to meet the owners turned amateur historians.
FitzGerald's is a truly historic nightclub.
Nearly as long as there's been a Berwyn, there's been a music venue on Roosevelt Road.
It's a music lover's paradise.
Will Duncan and Jess King have been caretakers of FitzGerald's nightclub for 5 years.
So relatively new owners in the scheme of this place.
They're invested in the venue's future, so they hold on to pieces of its past.
So this is the board that shows the history of the place when it was known as Hunt Club.
The poster boards are products of Jess's deep dive into history.
I've looked at this over and over for 2 years, yeah.
It started when she found an old photo of the music venue before it was FitzGerald's and shared it on social media.
It had a lot of engagement.
Curious to learn more, she took a trip to the library and traveled back in time.
Just could not believe what I was seeing.
She found newspaper ads dating back to the 30s, revealing this place has always been a hub for music.
It was called Jazz Revival.
And memorable stories.
This is Jack McGurn, and he was in Al Capone's gang. This was his hangout spot. There was a time in the 1940s when it was known as Richard Smith's Seafood. The owner of the restaurant was running around trying to chase rats in the basement and accidentally shot his own hand off. There's record of it. There's a newspaper article.
It's history Jess and Will believe is worth preserving, so they formally applied to the National Register of Historic Places.
And then we heard from the National Park Service last week.
FitzGerald's Nightclub is the first music venue or nightclub in Illinois to be added to the list.
It's not listed for its architectural value, and it's not listed because there's really any famous names that are associated with the place. It's listed for its place and its value in the community.
A fixture in Berwyn, where it's been and will always be. Noel Brennan, CBS News Chicago.
What a great story.
Yeah, you learned a lot about that place.
And a history lesson, too.